Alright, so welcome to a new video. Today will be, first of all, I would say that I apologize that it took me so long to jump into the next video, but here we are. So what we are going to do today is we are going to test our backend, the product, the code which we have written. The message part which was left, this will be checked or tested because previously we tested auth routes functionalities and everything, and it is working perfectly. So the only thing that we need to do is the message routes controller we have to check, and after that we'll be moving forward to the front end. And in the front end I'll use Next.js, and for integration I'll use Tanstack or React Query, whatever you want to call. And I'll create front end right in front of you because many people have asked me to create it in right in front, because some of them have some confusion in front end writing the code and all. I never considered it because I thought it's not the main concern, but as a lot of people have requested, I would take that into my notes, and I'll create front end right in front. So let's start with the code of this, the message route, the testing, what we are going to do today. Before testing, we have to start our terminal or this code. We have clients and server. We have to go into server. I hope it is visible to you. And yeah, in the server, we have to write npm run dev. And our server is running, up and running. So let's go to message routes first and check what we have to test. We have get message and send message. First, we have to try to run send message because currently in the database there is no message, so you cannot retrieve anything, right? So let's try to send a message to the user, and we are going to open the Postman, and something went wrong. I don't know why. Let me check again. Yeah, it is up and running. So in the message, send message, what we have to do is we have to pass certain things. Let's open both of things side by side, right? And now here in this send message, let's close this, and we have both of them side by side. Now what we have to do is, in order for you to send a message, we have to pass from the body that is front end, that is for testing we are using Postman. You have to pass text from request body, right? And in order for you to pass any message, you have to log in or at least sign up. Why? Because we have in the routes a middleware auth route which will test whether you are logged in or not through the token which will be saved while signing up or logging in. So before sending a message, let's create a user, sign up, right? In the sign up, it is a post request, and let's pass the user as Anshul, and username also Anshul. Email will be Anshul. It's completely new, so it won't detect anything, and password will be test1234. It's more than 5 or 6 characters. That's the constraint that we added. Pass. Oh, sorry, I was using logout functionality, not login. And why it worked out? Because in the logout we don't have to pass. Even if we pass or we don't pass, it won't matter. That's the condition. That's why we passed it, so it worked. Let me show you first, then only we'll move forward. In the logout, we don't have to pass anything, like request.body is not being used here. So even if you pass or you don't pass, it doesn't matter. That's why even if I passed, it logged out successfully. So whatever JWT was being stored previously, it renamed it to undefined, or like nothing string is being passed, right? And max age was converted to 0. So this is not what we have to check. I apologize. We have to sign up using Anshul, right? And we are in the authentication middleware. No, we don't have to be. We have to be message send messages controller. We have to pass a text, and before that we have to log in, sign up, right? We are signing up using Anshul. Let's sign up, and a new user has been created named Anshul, and email will be anshul@gmail.com, and the profile has been given, whatever that can be. So let's now in the cookies, let me check once. Here we have cookie with the name JWT and the cookie value. So now this cookies can be used to check whether the user is logged in, and then we can send messages. So let's send message to someone. Let's do it. So before that I have to open up my MongoDB, and I'll show you why. Because in order for you to pass any message to someone, you have to verify, you have to share their ID also, which user you have to pass. And in order for you to pass that ID, you have to take it from request.params, the parameter which is present here in the URL. So our front end will be in such a way that whenever there will be list of user and whenever you click on one user, their ID will be passed as a URL and will be shown, for example, in the URL. For example, we have like mongodb.com random, right? And what will be having, if suppose we clicked a random user, what will be having user URL will be https:// your URL, which is localhost 8000 API, and user slash the ID of the user which is present in the MongoDB. And in order for you to get that while testing, you have to take it directly from the database where the data has been stored. So let's go to the database. And here we are. In the database, we have browse collections, and there will be some users previously and one more user named Anshul which we created right now. Let's go to test users, and here we have it. So there were previous users named these things which we named, right? Rohan Pandey, Shubham, Ashish Chanchlani, whatever, and Yash, Jacob. All right, where is our current user? Anshul. So this is the current logged in user whose cookies has been stored in the cookie of Postman. Suppose we have to pass, like me as Anshul, I have to pass message to a guy named Neomatrix. How will I pass it? When I click Neomatrix, that user's ID or the URL will contain the ID like this, and this like matrix replicate, and this is some certain ID which got created when I clicked on the certain user or something. Similarly, when I click it in the front end, that user ID will be shown in the parameter of the URL. This URL ID will be shown. Let's copy it because we are doing it manually, and we will pass it here only. How we are going to pass? We will pass it like this. Auth, not auth actually. This message dot route send messages slash send message, right? And slash messages API slash message slash send message, and at the end of send message we'll have the ID. And now in the body request.body, what we have to pass, let's check the controllers. Chat user ID, okay, not this one. We'll pass the text, right? I think this is what it is in the messages. Let's check it. Sender ID, receiver ID, and the text. Sender receiver will be recorded based on the user which is present in the params and the user who is logged in, and the only thing that we have to pass is text, or what was that? Text, yeah, text. And Anshul is typing to the guy named Neo Matrix. What will be the text? Hey Neo Matrix, I hope you are doing great. Right, and let's pass it. And we have an error. Let me check what it is. Cannot post API slash messages, API send message. And this, let me check. Okay, all right. So, and the problem is actually we are passing an ID here, but we are not telling that we have to pass an ID here. So, in order for us to pass an ID, we have to tell it like this. So, I'm using a colon because this is a dynamic value. The ID, it can be anything. The user can click on any user who he wants to send message to. So that's why I used ID here, and this ID will be same which we have used. Okay, let me check it once first. Let's send, and yeah, it is successful. We have sender ID, receiver ID, and the text. Hey Neo Matrix, I hope you're doing great. All right, so let's check this into the database. Let's refresh, and we'll be having a messages. I think we have stored in the name of messages only, so that's why I'm saying that. Yeah, in the messages we have, yeah, these were the previous messages which we did, and this is the current message which we passed. All right, so our send message is working fine. Let's get the messages. So in order for you to get the messages, you have to again pass an ID. I guess that's how you are going to get the messages. Yeah, you have to get an ID from the params, means parameter, means which we have to pass it from here. So in order for you to pass a message, you have to define it. How we are going to define? Like we defined it right now in the send message. Similarly, this is something I missed. Yeah, now it will work. So in order for you to get message, you have to use get request, and you are going to get a message between the user who is logged in and the user that you clicked. Like you need all those messages, right? So the first message, which is the text, like suppose you want to get the messages between you, me as Anshul who is logged in, and the new matrix which I messaged a new matrix right now, right? So we are going to get the message like this. Let's click on send function, and we have again this. So in the send message, we are not, oh sorry, we don't have to use send message, we have to use get message. Message, yes. And when we call this, we'll get all the messages. I hope I have written that only right. Yeah, we have to find all the messages and we'll transfer all the messages. Okay, so that's how it will work. Let's try it out. Yeah, this was the message which we tried, which we gave right now. Suppose me as Anshul, I messaged Neo again, like hey Neo, why aren't you responding to me? Right, now we are sending this message. No, we are getting the message, I'm sorry. Send messages, send message only singular, right? We are sending message as Anshul to Neo. Let's do it. And we have post request. Yep. Hey Neo, why aren't you responding to me? And in order for me to get all the messages bit conversation between me and Neo, what we'll be doing again that same get messages, because we are going to get all the messages between me and Neo, and we have two of them. And who was sender? Me, the one who is logged in, and the receiver was the Neo, which ID is present here, 76794 So I hope it's clear. Both of them are working perfectly. So yeah, this was, I guess, it for today. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to create client part, and I'll try my best to create this video tomorrow only. I'm really sorry, I was kind of busy in some of my projects, but I'll try to be more consistent from moving forward. And next, what we are going to do, we'll be doing the front end of it. We'll create the front end completely, integrate it, and I'll write the CSS part also right in front of you so that it will be much more clear. And apart from that, I hope you liked the video and enjoyed it and found it informative. And if you do, make sure to like and subscribe and follow for more. Thank you.